So I remember there was always the debate over when this thing would be finished, if this thing would be finished.
And you're right, and I said it then, I'll say it today, that statewide political leaders who are elected statewide have a very Seattle-centric view of the world.
I said, I think we just need to start preparing ourselves for the truth of what's coming.
These are just three voices of people who've been on KREM 2 News connected to the North Spokane Corridor. For decades, we've done hundreds of interviews on the North-South Freeway, holding politicians accountable, getting you answers, and talking with people affected by the project.
So in our Boomtown series, we're taking a look at the impacts of our rapid growth, but sometimes we have to look back in history to see how we got here.
So I went into the KREM 2 archives and tracked down old interviews and got their perspective on the project today. On the front page of the 7-cent Spokane Daily Chronicle in 1957, a March snowstorm blasts the inland northwest, and a freeway route may be decided by a 5-man panel. Yes, they were talking about the North-South Freeway.
Stage 2 would go out for construction.
Terrence Lynch is WashDOT's project engineer for the NSC. He says the goal then and still today is to take some of the burden off of the arterials.
To relieve congestion and move, people and freight from point A to point B much faster than using Division Street.
Creme TV first went on the air in 1954. I decided to go into the KREM 2 archives to see what I could find.
The church known for the messages on its signs. Yesterday, it held its last service at the corner of Freya and 4th.
This is where the interchange for I-90 and the North Spokane Freeway will be.
Today, Paul Rodkey took me to where the church once stood. The state bought their property 15 years ago. I showed him the footage from their last service.
Did it bring any emotions, any good memories?
Oh, just good memories, because congregations are the church. It's not the building, it's the people. They had an aerial picture of like the changes that the North Spokane Corridor was going to make. And I looked down there and I saw that Bethany indeed was in the footprint of that. There's going to be a big pillar right here supporting the on-ramp that goes to I-90 East.
WashDOT estimates they've held more than 600 public meetings connected to the freeway. There was even a proposal to make Division a one-way until the freeway was complete. But the problem with that...
Going up Division, light after light after light after light.
Rossi laid out his transportation plan.
Dino Rossi, Washington's top Republican candidate in 2008 for governor, said then, if elected, he would have finished the North-South Freeway. Do you believe that statement still?
Oh, absolutely. It's still necessary. The northeast corner of the state's pretty well neglected, it seems like. My feelings towards this corridor haven't changed. I think the situation is more dire now than it even was then.
Well, people have been waiting years, even decades, for the North-South Freeway to open. Now that a stretch finally has, there's nobody on it.
And we shot that in the middle of the road, standing in a lane, and I never had to dodge a car. After all of that hype, nobody seemed to care because it didn't get to anywhere that anybody needed to go.
This is former KREM 2 reporter William Pitts. He's covered the freeway project extensively for years. He's now a reporter for our sister station in Phoenix.
I mean, I've been in Phoenix for 12 years. We've built 2 freeways in the time that I've been here. And you guys are still trying to get another 5 miles done on that freeway.
Some would say the biggest hurdle for the project is funding and the back and forth to push the project through. Like in 1974, funding was actually deleted entirely from the budget, or in 2003 when a 5-cent gas tax was imposed. But the biggest funding accomplishment came in 2015 when the legislature passed the Connecting Washington Revenue Package, fully funding the project.
But they spread the money out over 14 years. So 2015 to 2029.
But now, with Governor Inslee's latest budget proposal, that funding could be in jeopardy.
What I'd say to people in office now, it's long overdue. Come on, take care of this. This matters. This matters for the region.
Some are optimistic.
The proof is there. The project is happening.
Others are not so sure.
Since I've done that story, I've gotten married, I've had a kid, she's 8.5, she's driven on that freeway and seen it not finished. So I don't know. At this point, hopefully, I hope I'm not doing this again in 20 years with you when I'm 60.
There are significant funds to begin the purchasing of property, the design of the North-South Freeway in Spokane.
So I also reached out to former Governor Gary Locke. He was a big supporter of the project during the groundbreaking, which happened during his time as governor. Today, he is now the interim president of Bellevue College. Locke tells me the North Spokane Corridor should still be a priority in the state and hopes there are no more delays.